女子一緒にやるんだよ。
Yes, but it stopped at 8:15.
Oh. nagbigay. Papuntahan ko na ulit.
Everybody give hugs. I'm gonna hold out the ice cream so you can give hugs. Yeah, we're right there. Sorry.
You think that one? Yeah, look at that one. Yeah. And then should I get
Their story was that A lot of the vendors are out now, so definitely worth looking through. Have coffee, enjoy your time. That's what we get started. You won't. Happy birthday, dear Dan. Happy birthday to you.
Cheese and an orange cream.
I know, it's like McDonald's, you know where everything we have, but you still have to.
They're making cheese